everybody, Mike Fifer, Fifer Hobby Supply. Well, here we are already. The ACT 5 Update 2. I'm going to show you what's been going on out here, and stay tuned down till the end, because at the end I'm going to put the revised track plan on there for you. And you can see what maybe you can see what I did before, or see what I did now as compared to the videos before. But anyway, I'll stick that in there and you can stop it and take a look and see what you think. But here we go. Okay, guys, you'll see a little bit more of this later, but let me turn around here. I have all of what I think is my stringers cut here. And these are all 40-inch, so they can be cut off where need be. Those back there are 48-inch. There's 4 of them for corner purposes. But in this corner right here is where the separate loop of track will be up at about 4 inches. I've said 6 inches, but I think it's only going to be 4 inches. And I've done a redesign on part of the layout, and the mainline track will come along back there, go down that wall, make a loop, come back this way inside of the racetrack, and it'll be going downhill from back over there. So there should be enough to get down at 2% grade all the way around here to go under the layout over here. And then all of that track can be under, all of the track along the front of the yard can be under, but it'll be right on the edge of the layout where you have access to it. Then that track will make the loop down there and start going uphill and come out in the middle over there. I know it doesn't make any sense right now, but that's the way it is. Anyway, let's get back to this corner. So I want to leave this corner open over here so that I can get up inside of there if I have a derailment or something inside of there. Now along here, I will have stringers on 24-inch centers, and I will have to get up in here between the bookcase or the model box case and the outside here, which will be no problem. I mean, I can get in there. I just have to remember not to obstruct that area. So, in case I have a derailment. And I decided to put, and you guys will see the new track plan at the end of this video, or at least the modified track plan, and it's always subject to change. But I decided to put the upper level track, or the loop of track that's going to have a train that'll run on its own on DC above, at 4 inches, and put it on the very back, because if I have a derailment on the main line, I don't want it to be behind that 4 inches. And that occurred to me when I was looking at the plan the other day, so I changed the inside and outside of those 2 loops of track. So what that means is, if the track out here is coming down and is down to 2 or 3 inches under whatever I come down to, and it's going along here, and it's in the layout there, underneath the layout there, that means that the branch line track up here will have a bridge over it to go out here to the interchange tracks and the log yard. So the logging pond. But anyway, you'll see when I get the plan posted. But to get to the point is, I'm leaving this hole so I can get up in there. And these particular 1x4s screwed in this position here should support that opening. You guys have seen all that over there. What you haven't seen is, hang on one second, let me get some junk off the table here. I am going to start at the other end. I have been painting on this backdrop. Now, some of that on this end down here is going to get cut off at the top. It's going to follow along the top of those mountains. It will be cut off right in here, but I'm going to re-put the tape on there to put it up there temporarily. And it'll go along up over this hill, down to this hill, up on this hill, and then I changed the color of all this hill here and all this prairie back here, and I made all of the saguaro cactus into trees. So that, and I've covered up all the track, and I've covered up all the trestle, all the other things that were in this. I've painted this mountain. There was a mountain here, and it ended right over here, and I just colored it in and painted it all the way down. It'll be cut right along that line, and I don't know if you can see the black mark, but it'll be cut up that black mark across here, and then let me scoot the paper down, and then right about here, I think you can see the black mark. It'll come down and randomly cut where I've painted, cut off all the not the refinery, but the mill, whatever it is, and it'll in some fashion cut up this hill here. We will eliminate that rock outcropping over there, and we will likely come down here, back this way, cut this rock off. I will paint this area in on the backdrop if I have to. If not, I'll probably cut, I may cut I don't know how much of this I'll cut off, but I may cut down like this and go across there. Not sure yet. And then I'll paint in a hill back here, or it may fall over there where some of those hills are, and I will touch those hills up and make them look a little better than they do now. But you'll see what this looks like when I get it taped up there. I'm going to leave some places to tape it, which are eventually going to come off because I don't have the glue to put it up there with, the correct glue, and I'm going to use the correct glue. But once I get done painting on this thing, or cutting this thing, I guess I'm done painting on it, but once I get done, I'm going to tape it back up there and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, everybody, here is the end of the one that I painted in and I cut off. And as you can see, it goes on down that way, all the way down to the end with no buildings, no obstructions, nothing I didn't want in there. And that's going to go in the corner, and I'm going to tape it up there temporarily. Okay, everybody, you can see that I have cut a piece off the end of the dock area there, like I said I was going to. And there it is in its place. And then we can disguise the side over there with some trees or some bushes or whatever we decide to disguise it with. And by the way, I cut that there was a Coca-Cola billboard there that had a roof edge coming down over it. And I cut the Philip Morris billboard. Hang on, I'm trying to get there. Out of the middle of right there. And it just so happened to fit right over the Coke sign. So we accomplished getting that tied in, and now you can kind of see what that looks like all the way around there. And I think it looks pretty cool. That's going to work for me. Okay, gang. Once again, just temporarily taped up there. But I'm kind of liking the look going on down there. And I think it transitions pretty well. And I do believe that once I get that glued up there and then get it blended in and put the treetops in and everything, it will look really good. So that is going to be that. Like I say, that's just temporarily taped up there, but I like the way it looks. So we are turning our attention. We kind of know how the city's going to be. There's a lot of the city that's missing right now until I get the board put up there, because a lot of it sits on the board and it's three-dimensional. So we're not going to worry too much about that. I have enough stuff to go across there. We pretty much have that corner over there done. Now we just got to worry about right below the mountains here and down to that piece over there. And I've got a couple of pieces here I'm going to work with, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, everybody. I know to most people it doesn't look like anything's going on here, but I got all the stringers on. I moved the model cabinet down. I put my bookcase right there, which is perfect. It's just right at the end of the layout. And I have this space down here. You'll be able to open it and grab a book if you want to sit down and read. So the models have moved down. It kind of cramps that corner back there. I don't have easy access to that rolling cart, but that rolling cart's not going to stay there. Probably the floor tiles, when I get that floor tile there fixed, the floor tiles will probably go back in that corner along with the rag boxes. I don't know what's going to go where, but I moved this cabinet back around to where it was, which gives me room down at that end so that I can shuffle these rolling cabinets in and out and back and forth as I recreate the 110 circuit. Well, not recreate, but remount the 110 circuit and the bus line around the layout again. I can do that preferably before I put anything on the top of this. But if I stand way back here, you can see that I have all the stringers on. So all of that stuff has been moved. Oh, and then I moved all the stuff out of this corner over here so that I can take this backdrop, disconnect it from the wall, and try and bend it around that corner there. See if it's going to work or not work. It may or may not. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what to do there yet, but I hate square-cornered backdrops, but it may be the lesser of two evils there. I'm not exactly sure, because I have a feeling when I pull it off of there and I try and bend it, it's going to come out of the wall right where that seam is. But anyway, we'll determine that. But I took all that stuff and I moved it over here temporarily so that I can take this and get all the tools and stuff off it, get that wall painted, get that backdrop off of there, and move that back there. We'll see how that plans out, but those are the next couple of steps, is getting the 110 circuit back around, getting the bus line back around. None of that should be a real problem. So we're going to see how that goes. All these, by the way, I don't think I've mentioned it, but I have all these stringers right now cut at 43 inches. All of them, at least almost all of them, except possibly the ones, this one on this end right here, but all of them will be cut back, and most of them will be cut back to 36 inches to 35 inches, and some of them on the back wall will be cut back to about 33 to 34 inches. But I'm not cutting anything until I get the plywood up there, get the plan drawn on the plywood, and see where I need to cut them back to. So that's about it for now, and I hope you enjoyed it. So you'll see what I got going on, I hope, here, or you did see it. I guess that's what I'm saying, since this is an ending. I'm hoping that you've already seen it, but I planned on putting it in here. And let me start over. Okay, everybody, that's it for number 2. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you enjoyed the minor changes that I made to the track plan. The next step is to get some plywood, put it up here on top, and try and get that plan transferred to the plywood and see how it's all going to fit, see where I need to cut stuff back, cut stuff out, all that stuff. I have got some big pieces of cardboard over here, and I intend on making some of the radiuses and so forth on the cardboard and transferring those to the plywood. We'll see how that goes. But it's better to make something, if you're in doubt, make something out of cardboard before you cut up a sheet of plywood at $65 a sheet. But anyways, that's it for number 2. Hope you enjoyed it. And this is for Nancy. Thanks for watching, especially you, Nancy.